Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by you know who. It's the Buffalo Fanatics. What up, my peoples? I feel like it's been a minute since we've got a chance to chop it up, since I met so many of you beautiful souls just this past week. I mean, shoot, I met a lot of people, man. And I gotta give a big special shout out to Buffalo, man. The city of Buffalo, bro. Good people in Buffalo. I think that's why they call them the city of good neighbors. Yo, good people. You feel me? So shout out to everybody, man. Big shout out to listen, there's too many for me to name. You guys already know what time it is. Big shout out to Dan Mitchell and the whole crew out there with the Roundtable Sports. I mean, those boys brought myself and Bot to hang out with them, and it was a vibe. Tell me it wasn't a vibe. It was a vibe, man. We went out to these restaurants, man. They sway me. We went to the meetup spot where we got a chance to chop it up, have some wings, have some shot. My boy Richie Fresh was like, "Hey, I don't get to see you fellas all the time, so you know what? Shots on me, shots on yo boy." And he came through and hung out. And the hospitality was at an all-time high. All-time high, I'll tell you right now. And then the very next day, we meeting and greeting. I'm meeting folks from Arizona. You know what I mean? Shout out to my folks from Arizona. Shout out to my folks from Cheektowaga. I'm trying to get all the city, the little spots in Buffalo. Big shout out to my man, Southern Tier. That's the spot. Shout out to my guy, Cody Benz. I was at Southern Tier. We were hanging out at Southern Tier, having a good old time. The chicken tenders are all right. You know what I mean? They did the thing. The sauce was cool. But I tell you right now, man, every time I go to Buffalo, there's something that is that always that I feels like it's home. You feel me? And I know that sounds corny. But it feels like it's home. You feel me? Like it's just natural. It's just natural. Then I was like, where would I live? I keep telling you guys. I say, where would I live? I was driving, maybe it's my bougie ass, but I was driving, and there was a place called River Road. Was it River Road? I was like, it was like right by the water, right off the water. I was like, a brother can live around here. I think it was River Road. Yeah. A brother can live around River Road. I mean, it's so far away from everything else, but I was like, it's kind of my vibes. It's kind of my vibes, man. So it was an amazing time. My man Z-Bot and I held it down for Buffalo Fanatics, and I think it was great vibes. And I'll tell you right now, we got the itch. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna say it again. We got the itch to do it. Buffalo Fanatics style. I don't know if we're gonna bring it to Southern Tier, if we're gonna bring it somewhere else. There's got to be a venue, and it's gonna be big. And shout out to my man's, you know what I mean, Super Lance. I see you, my man, representing Canada. I see you representing all the way from Canada, Windsor, and I see my man Slick Crook. You know what I mean, represent Jamaica. You Jamaican? All right, my boy. Why go on, my boy? Anyway, big shout out to the whole crew, and then on top of that, tailgating the very next day, all you can drink, all you can eat. One thing I will never say no to is chicken. As a fellow chicken lover, chicken wings, chicken thighs, you know what I mean, chicken breasts, you know what I'm saying, chicken wings, I'll do it all. But I tell you, I had to take a break from chicken wings. The amount of chicken wings I ate, the amount of chicken wings I smelt, the amount of chicken wings I saw, bro, I was chicken winged out. Chicken wing everywhere, man. I needed to take a moment to cleanse my palate a little bit, to do something else, because chicken wings were all over the place, bro. There's only so much chicken wings and barbecue sauce you can do. Now, I will say this though, shout out to my man Kevin. Kevin and I hung out. That was my partner for the weekend. And them pizza logs. Yeah, them pizza logs. Pizza rolls? Is it pizza rolls or pizza logs? Pizza logs. Them pizza logs did the damn thing, man. So shout out to whoever invented the pizza log. I'm going to try to recreate that here. But the pizza logs, primo. Now, it was way better at Bar Bill than it was at Anchor Bar, because those are the two places that we went to. And then, I gotta say, the wings and wing review, I'm going to just do this real quick before I get into football talk and all that good stuff. Wing review, y'all were telling me, don't go to Bar Bill. Don't go to the north end. You got to go to the south end, or wherever the hell you guys were telling me to go. They're a franchise, are they not? Aren't they supposed to be the same? the same way I mean, it's like going to KFC. Don't go to KFC in Cheektowaga. You got to go to KFC in Allentown. I'm making that up. If that makes sense, go ahead. All right. But it's a franchise. It's the same recipe. How I make it here, it's got to be made over there. Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Anyway, bar bill, mid. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Mid. Okay. 5.5 to 6 out of 10. I mean, it's okay. It's mid. It's like they just dipped it in the sauce and say, hey, go ahead and have that, man. They didn't put the tender love and care into that. Anyway, then we went to Anchor Bar. Anchor Bar wings were better, but the pizza log was better at Bar Bill. So go ahead. But then we had to end our trip. Me and my guy Kevin, we went to Carbone's. Carbone's pizza. Am I saying it right? Carbones? Is it Carbones or Carbones? Carbone's Pizza. All right. That's what's up. Carbone's Pizza. Next time I go, that's the first joint I'm hitting. Carbone's. Shout out to my guy Richie. What up, Rich? I see you, kid. Shout out to everybody, man. And Carbone's it was saucy, it was greasy, the crust was crusty. I folded that beat, and away we go. Now, for those that want to snap at me for using ranch, middle finger to you guys. Middle finger to you all, okay? Ranch is how I roll. Blue cheese is good too. So I didn't want to disrespect the blue cheese. So what I did was I put a little bit of ranch, a little bit of blue cheese, mix that B up, dip my wing. It did the trick. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Anyway, I just want to say it was a great, someone said, shame on you, Rico. I just want to say it was a great time, fantastic time. It was great to just hang out, man. For real, my girl Laura was there with her homegirl, Melinda. I met my dude Curtis, Mike from Arizona. The amount of people that I met, I'm getting old, bro. So I forget some names. My guy Cody Bands was holding it down, hanging out with me. So great time. We will do it again. We have to do it again. Anyway, great moment with everybody at the spot where we tailgated, and then we went to the game. I will say this though, there is no experience watching a football game like in the stands, in the atmosphere, hearing people cuss, hearing people swear, hearing the tension, feeling the tension. When you're in the box suites, I ain't trying to stunt or anything like that. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. It's different. It's different. I had a moment to kind of like, oh, this is dope because it's a vibe. But when you look over to the right and look all the way over to the right and you're seeing people just watching the game like this in complete utter silence, cannot be me, sir. Cannot be me, ma'am. Too much silence for me. That's why it was great to be in the group that we were in. We were hanging. I was looking back. We high-fiving. We seen people crying, boo-hoo-hoo. My girl Laura was out there having a good time. Yo, listen, this was a vibe. I'm looking forward to doing it again. And I'll tell you right now, big shout out to my guy, Jeff King, because Jeff King, unfortunately, was not able to make it. And I think he would have had an amazing time. Tell me he would not have had an amazing time. But Jeff King gave up his ticket, and my guy Cody was able to have a great time. So big shout out to Jeff. Jeff handled business, did what he needed to do, and we were able to have a great time because of Jeff's ticket. And love you, Jeff. You know what it is. Love everybody that I was able to meet. My girl Laura, my guy Cody Benz, Mike from Arizona with his sweet young woman, Curtis and Adriana. Yo, the whole crew. Salute. Love y'all. We got to do it again. We got to do it again. It's a vibe. We got to do it again. My girl Laura's like, TD the Kleenex. He sure did. That boy was just not having it. Wasn't having it. And we had a shot of whiskey from my guy, Jeff King. We had to do it. We had to do it. So that being said, I just want to get that out the way and show some love to everybody that I was able to meet. If I didn't get a chance to meet you, because my phone was blowing up. Yo, where you going to be? Where you at? Unfortunately, this black man doesn't know where he's at when he's in the studio. You tell me to go here. I'm like, well, I don't know where I'm at. All I see are jerseys, and let me see if I can tell you where I'm at. I think I'm at O'Neill's. I'm behind O'Neill's. Bro, next time I'll try to get my geography right, and we'll do it. We'll do it proper. We'll do it absolutely proper. So excellent time had in Buffalo. My last, and that's the way to go out, man. My last game you know what I mean, at a Bills game was in the Caesars Palace press box suites. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. It's a great memory. It's a great memory. So hopefully I can get another game in, but that's what it's going to be. So that being said, let's talk some football, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk some football. All right. A short recap. Going up against the Miami Dolphins, people have to realize that Dolphins game that we just came out of, and we had a last heroic defensive play stop. Bernard jumps in front of it. My guy Tua trying to, you know what I mean, get some timing going. But when you're in the film room and you're studying, you see certain plays and certain tendencies from certain players, you know you can jump on them. And that's exactly what Bernard did. He jumped all over it, did what he was supposed to do, and you'll love to see it. Those vibes are where it's at. Now, let us continue. All right. Watching the game from the press box, or I don't want to call it the press box, the suites, it's you don't hear the crowd, so it's different. So you're watching from a bird's eye view, and watching from the TV is a different vibe too, because watching from home, the broadcast, all that stuff is just great. So watching the game, I got to tell you, man, there's something that stood out to me that I love so much, and I got to do it here right now. James freaking Cook. James freaking Cook, watching him slice and dice and it's like a hot knife through butter, baby. It's butter. You know what I'm saying? He's going through it. He was killing it. There was not much of an answer for James Cook. There wasn't. This guy was an absolute thorn in the side of the Miami Dolphins. And he was the one that got us started. Although Josh had an efficient game, a very efficient game, right? I think he went for 20 for 28 or something of that nature. A very solid, efficient game, but it was James Cook that was the cattle, right? We leaned on James Cook. I think that was, if not, I think the Dallas Cowboys game, if not for the Dallas Cowboys game and maybe the playoff Chiefs game last year and this one, those were the three games that stand out to me, and the Bears game that stand out to me, that it was the James Cook game. The Dolphins, that was the James Cook game, man, because this guy kept us keeping the chains moving. And some might say, it's time for you to apologize about James Cook and how critical you were on James Cook. You damn right I was critical. Yes, I was. And guess what? What James Cook is doing right now, in all seriousness, jokes aside, you'll love to see it, because what he did last year piqued our interest. It absolutely piqued our interest, because we saw somebody go with 16 rushing touchdowns, but years prior, not even 5, right? You never totaled more than 5 touchdowns in a year. So it was like, okay, 16, do it again. Oh, you barely rushed for 1,000 yards. Okay, show me what you got. If you want to get paid this $15 million, you better show me what you got. James Cook is living up to that right now. He is living up to every red cent that they put in the Brinks truck and drove it to his house and said, here you go, sir. He's living up to it. He's absolutely living up to it. And critics that were once wondering, can he do it again? Because that was my main question. Can James Cook do it again? Can he duplicate what he did last year? And if he can't, don't bother asking for this $15 million, because that's for the Jonathan Taylors of the world. You know what I'm saying? That's for the guys that have done it and done it again. So James Cook is proving myself and a whole lot of people that were questioning, can he do it again? He's showing that he's on pace to do it again. And the team, what I love the most is the team is saying, we paid you, you're going to earn every dollar. So now we're going to give you the ball. Have you noticed? Ray Davis, he's taking third. He's third in the reps right now. Ty Johnson is the one that's taking over. And with Cook leading the way and him being on the field on third downs a little bit more, him being the guy that can now run in between the tackles, outside of the tackles. I've seen more James Cook runs in between tackles than we see him outside. That is fantastic news, and it's fantastic to see. And I'm all the way here for it. James Cook is having himself a hell of a year. He could prop himself not only to be a Pro Bowler, but he is on his way. barring that he stays healthy, he is on his way to an all-pro season. Big shout out to James Cook and big shout out to the offensive line for staying with it. Those double teams, moving up to the second level, allowing James Cook to do what he does. But those things don't happen without the patience and the vision and the anticipation of a running back. People just think just throw a running back in the back and let him do what he does. No, you have to have patience. You got to have the patience of Emmitt Smith. You do. You have to. You have to have the anticipation of a Barry Sanders. You got to have that. And in this game, you have to, right? And here's the thing you have to have the patience. You have to have the vision. You got to see what's happening. You got to know what's going to take place before you do it. And James Cook is showing us that right now. And the boy can catch out of the backfield. Listen, James Cook, I was not familiar with your game. And it's proven me right now that you are able to do that. So this makes this offense a lot more potent. Josh Allen hasn't even warmed up yet. He had to kind of break the glass week 1, but now he was able to breathe a little bit against the Jets. And then he was able to breathe a little bit more with a bit of spicing in a little bit of, some heroics against the Dolphins. But for the most part, he hasn't had to break glass since that week 1. So we are looking mighty good, and we're remaining somewhat healthy. That's the biggest thing here. Love what I'm seeing from James Cook. Love what I'm seeing from this offensive line, because that combination is, to be very clear, is what is going to prop us to the playoffs. You got to be able to run in this game. You got to have an O-line. Go ask the freaking Baltimore Ravens about that O-line having Lamar Jackson sacked not once, not twice, not thrice, not 4 times, 7 freaking times. I've never seen Josh Allen get sacked 7 times, let alone 5. Has Josh ever been sacked 5 times in a game? 7 is absolute wild. Now, he could have saved himself from having 7 sacks by just getting rid of the ball, but that's part of his development. That's part of Lamar Jackson's development, and that's his stubbornness. I'm trying to make a play. Sometimes throwing the football away is making a play. But that's not our issue. That's the Baltimore Ravens issue. They got to deal with that. But what I love right now is what this offensive line and this running back tandem is doing right now. I'm big on that. And guess what? That very same offensive line alongside this run game, we are the number 1 rushing team in the game as of right now, week 3, going into week 4. The Bills are rushing for about 163 yards a game. Do you see that stopping anytime soon? Heck no. And you got to give credit. You have to give credit to our offensive coordinator. Joe Brady is one guy that frustrates you with some of the play calls that he makes, but I love that he doesn't abandon the run. He will continue to keep running the football just enough to keep this defense honest. Joe Brady, bro, is he going to be back as the offensive coordinator for the Bills next year? That's a whole different ballgame. It's way too early to have that conversation. But if this continues and we continue to put up 30 points a game, because the Bills are averaging 30 points a game, you saw how we ended last year. We ended last year as one of the top scoring offense in the game, including playoffs. This guy's not going to be back. This guy will be gone, coaching somewhere, unless he decides, I'm going to pull a Steve Spagnuolo and say, I like where I'm at. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay as the offensive coordinator because I like working with Josh Allen. Who knows? But we're putting points on the board, and that's what matters. So I've got to show love to the offense. I got to show love to Josh Allen. I got to show love to the Joe Brady and the way things are going. I'm loving it. There are some things I didn't like. There are some things I did not like. We will discuss. But right now, I'm talking about the things I did like. So James Cook, I loved. I didn't like it. I loved it. Josh Allen, love that man. How can you not? This guy's the most beloved man there is in football. You can't not like this guy. Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown, Connor McGovern, you know what I'm saying? Asaibo, Osiris Torrance had a 90-plus PFF grade. That boy was money that game. Edwards on the inside. That O-line has been cohesive, and it's continuing, and it permeates onto the field. You can just see it. They just know one another so well. Double team, move up to the second level. It's a beauty. It's of art. It's a work of art. Great job, Joe Brady. Great job, offensive line. The offense is doing what they need to do. Now, the receivers. The receivers. It's hard for me to bag on the receivers. Although I loved what I saw week 1. You saw Keon Coleman come out and show you that he's very much capable of being the Bills' number 1 receiver. You remember it. 8 receptions, 112 yards, a touchdown. It looked great. It's like, yo, he could be the dude. Week 2, the Jets, better defense. When I say better defense, a very good defense. Quinnen Williams, led by Quinnen Williams on the defensive line, Jermaine Johnson, you know what I'm saying? McDonald on one side. You got Sauce Gardner. He's no slouch. Top 10 pick. Like, they got some players on that squad. So, and the Jets always give the Bills fits. They do. They always give us issues, but they happen to have a quarterback that I don't think that's very good in Justin Fields, or he just wasn't very good against us. Nonetheless, the Bills had a rough time getting the ball going. They did have a rough time, although we handled business, and there wasn't really need for Josh to really go off, but he still had a tough time. He left that game without a rushing touchdown, and he left that game without a passing touchdown. Nobody really made much of it because we won 30-10. So something to obviously pay attention to, right? Going into week 3, Josh Allen, extremely efficient. 3 touchdown passes. And if you call them 3 touchdown passes, flick here, flick there. I ain't going to get into the semantics. It's a touchdown pass. We'll call it what it is. However, we had a pretty tough opponent playing against the Miami Dolphins. Now, people might say, this is the freaking Dolphins. They're 0-3. Yeah, it's not about the Dolphins being 0-3. Their backs were against the wall. They needed that win. They absolutely needed that win. Short week for all, but they went ham. They were they played their best football. They didn't play well against the Colts. We already know that. Who did they play the week 2? Week 2, was it the Patriots? They barely lost to the Patriots. That was a back and forth affair. So they needed that. In the AFC East, on top of that, they needed to win this game. They pushed heavily. But they have Tua. Pressure got to Tua. Tua gave the ball away. Game ball. Ball game. However, I say this because I was talking about the receivers. I need someone to separate consistently, and we're not getting that. Now, I get it. Every game is different. The game plan becomes different. Maybe the focus was Kincaid. Get Kincaid the football and let Kincaid do what he does. And I liked it because you saw a lot of activity from Kincaid. Touchdown reception, great touchdown reception, great chemistry between the two, Josh Allen and Kincaid. This was an opportunity to showcase and really show that Kincaid is coming on. We don't necessarily have to. And it goes back to, and this is why I can't get all in my feelings. Everybody eats. They live by it. They love it. We as fans love to say it, but then when push comes to shove, and this is what it's come down to, when push comes to shove and I need the alpha receiver to step up, which one of them is going to do it? And I haven't really found it. Week 1 maybe was that what we're going to get? Is our top dog Keon Coleman, or is it just really gonna be everyone eats, and whoever's turn it is, it's gonna be their turn? It seems as though this was the Kincaid, the tight ends. We did a lot of targeting our tight ends in the Jets game, and it didn't change going forward into the Miami game. But maybe that's what it dictated. A lot of don't let them get anything deep. everything stays in front. And Josh simply took what they gave him. Did he have opportunities to go deep? You dang right he did. He had Kincaid wide open on a corner route, but he took the underneath. It's still a positive play, but he had it. So it's not like he can't do it. We all know Josh can sling that thing. However, this was the time for the tight ends to get there, to get going. So the Miami Dolphin game was great. Offensively, we did what we needed to do. We put the points on the board. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. That's all that matters. My man Jason comes in and said, hey, Thursday felt like a short week of prep. Control the clock, don't turn the ball over kind of game. Nothing fancy, but get the job done. And they did get the job done. You're absolutely right, Jason. They did absolutely get the job done. And I'll take that every day of the week. I'll take that every day of the week. If it gets me a dub, we're not thinking about this Dolphins team anymore. We're on to the next. My man Signify knows. What up, Sig? He goes, there's a Bills bar in D.C. I've gone there for every Bills playoff game the last 2 years. Maybe you need to stop. That's number one. Standing room only kind of place. It's awesome. The Fanatics got to take a trip down to South so we can show the Ravens how we do. Could we do it? Could we go in their trap? Take over their trap? Could you imagine? Yeah, but Signify knows, for real though, you need to stop going to these games. I've identified the issue. The issue is you going to this bar and standing and doing all that. Just sit your butt at home and let's try that this year. Let's try that this year. Let's not go to this bar because you've done it the last 2 years, and let's refrain. Let's try to do something different this year. Can we try that? Let's try that. But I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to, you know what I mean, going in someone's trap and you say, hey, let's do something right here. But I mean, you got to do it in Buffalo. You got to do it in Buffalo, right? You can't do it in Baltimore. People are going to be like, what? But it would be dope, though. It would be dope. All right. Let's keep it rolling. The Buffalo Bills. So we talked about the receivers. We talked about, you know what I'm saying, will there be an alpha receiver that steps up? Maybe we haven't called for that yet. And I'm okay with that. But I'm also paying attention because I'm seeing all sorts of good football being played. Daniel Jones is slinging that thing all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We see it. Them boys are 3-0. When push came to shove, the Eagles were down. A.J. Brown was like, bro, get me the freaking ball. And A.J. Brown showed exactly why he's who he is. So some of you might say, hey, man, but that's A.J. Brown. That's a dog. That's a big-time player. Well, one of our guys is going to have to step up and be a big-time player, but maybe it's not called for just yet. So let everybody eat for now until daddy needs a bigger size plate. Then we'll talk about it. I'm not trying to repeat myself. Now, here's the real reason I wanted to get into this Dolphins before I get into these other things on how this team can continue to stretch the lead in the AFC East, but not only that, run the table. The Bills have a grand opportunity to run the table for a little bit before we start facing teams that could really, put it on us or at least give us a challenge. Every team can. Let's keep it a buck here. Every team can give us some challenges. However, the Bills, if you look at the rest of the schedule that the Bills have, ladies and gentlemen, there are some games to be won. There are some games to be won, and we certainly can do it. Let's run through the Bills' next 4. Right now, the Bills are sitting pretty at 3-0. We have the New Orleans Saints. You want to call them New Orleans, you want to call them New Orleans, but we got the Saints at a 1 p.m. game. Oh, by the way, it's on the road. Actually, no, it's at home. Man, you couldn't have asked for better. Thursday night, 10 days rest to take on Tyler Shook or Riddler or whoever the quarterback is. It don't matter. We should be able to dominate the Saints. No questions. I don't want to hear, oh, is this going to be a trap game? I was about to cuss. F a trap. There's no trap. You come in and show your dominance. The Bills should easily go to 4-0. Then you got the Patriots, 5-0. Then you got the Falcons, 6-0. Then you got the Panthers, 7-0. And then you got the Chiefs, 8-0. I don't care. 8-0. And by then, ladies and gentlemen, by then you will have had Michael Hoyt back. You'll have Ogunjobi back from suspension. At this point, Max Hairston should be healthy enough to now start to kind of navigate towards potentially getting onto the field. Maybe they love what T. White is doing right now. But at that point, defensively, we should be ready to go and healthy. That's why I'm excited about this stretch of games coming up. So, yeah, I got the win over the Chiefs. At that point, and that's after a bye. We take on the Panthers, we have a bye, and we're going to the Chiefs at home. Give me that dub. Then you got the Dolphins. Give me that dub. In South Beach, give me that. Then we got the Bucs. This is where things start to get a little dicey. Baker Mayfield's playing some good ball, people. Baker Mayfield is playing some good football. So you got the Bucs, then you got the Texans, then you got the Steelers, and then you got the Bengals. Give me that dub over there too. But, the Bengals always play tough. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But I'm just saying, you start looking at the schedule, you got the Patriots, then you got the Browns. The Browns scare me a little bit. I'm going to tell you something right now. That defense with Myles Garrett, they scare me. I'm just saying. And then I want them freaking Eagles on that week 17. I know I'm looking way far ahead, but we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to run that table and get to the freaking number 1 seed. Chargers doing pretty good too, though. I can't lie. They look good. They look good. James says, don't get ahead of yourselves. I know. I told you. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to chill. But I'm looking at what we're capable of doing offensively. We can play with everybody in this freaking game. We can play with them all. Oh, watch out for the Packers. The Packers are the number 1 team. Bro, Jordan Love didn't know what to do with Myles Garrett and all those boys. Had no idea. Didn't know how to deal with them. To be fair, not a whole lot of people know how to deal with Myles Garrett. I bet you Josh can. I bet you Dion can. I look forward to that. But let's deal with what is at hand. And that's, we took care of the business against a team that was desperate to get a W. Let's not scale over that. The Dolphins needed to get that win. And what hurts them the most is because they stayed in it just long enough. They stayed in it long enough just to give them some hope. Remember those days, boys? Remember those days when the Bills were just, you knew they were going to lose, but they just made you care enough just for them to lose anyway. And they get you. They get you right in the feels. That's what the Dolphins are going through right now. Instead of getting blown out like they should have, the Bills allowed them to stay close, allowed them to do what they need to do, and here you saw the results. It took right till the end, fourth quarter, with minutes left, for us to seal that game. We got to be better. We have to be better. Now, here's a big part where we have to be better. Now, here, I'm going to tell you something. I wanted to hype you guys up for the offense because I think the offense is great. I think they're going to do great things. But now you got to go to the other side of the football. Although I'm excited about who's returning to the Bills team, but as of right this second, we've allowed, 77 points? We've allowed over 70 points we've allowed. Okay? That's what we've allowed thus far. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it certainly ain't great. Okay? That's number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, third down defense is absolutely putrid. And I say putrid because if you as a team want to go somewhere, if you as a team want to excel, want to really be considered a freaking contender, you've got to get these teams off your ass on third. You got to get them off the field on third downs. You have to. It's unacceptable, this third down defense that we're trotting out there thinking that we're going to win. Right now, we are allowing an alarming rate of 45% completion percentage. These guys are efficient on third downs offensively against our defense. The Ravens went 6 for 11 on third downs week 1. It took a fumble from Derrick Henry. We'll get into that in just a moment. And coward behavior from Harbaugh not going for it on 4th and 2 when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame running back, but you choose to punt it. Shame on you. I'll never understand it. Go watch the Detroit Lions yesterday. The Detroit Lions were 4th and 2 in the middle of the field, and it said, what? Give you the ball back? Hell no. I'm going for it. Harbaugh sitting here bullshitting, man. I don't want to cuss, but I had to put that. I thought that was perfect. Can't be doing that. So Bills on third down, we got to be better. We're not good enough. We're not good enough on third down defense. 6 for 11 against the freaking the Ravens. We allowed them to convert on 6 for 11. The Jets were absolutely horrible. Okay? They went 0 for 11 on third downs. We thought we had our act together. But Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor, I mean, I don't got to tell you much. It wasn't great. We weren't even better. We were 5 for 14 on third downs offensively. We weren't better. But that's a matchup. That's a division game, so it's tough. But peep this. Against the Miami Dolphins, and I'm not even poo-pooing on the Dolphins, but the Dolphins, did you know how well they converted against us on third downs, which is absolutely pathetic. These guys converted 10 for 15 on 10 conversions. And they were 1 for 1 on 4th down. 10 for 15. We cannot allow these guys to come into this game and just do what they want. There was a point where the Dolphins were 3rd and 12. The 3rd and 4. It was a 3rd and long, extra long. And you have this guy converting like nothing. And you want to be able to compete and go to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl, but you're allowing the freaking Miami Dolphins that are 0-3 with a quarterback that's probably not going to be on the team next year, allowing him to just do what he wants. Waddle doing what he wants. Tyreek Hill running amok. I don't care that they have all that speed. 10 for 15? And we're supposed to be a championship caliber defense? Nah, bro, that ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. That is not going to cut it. No sacks. It's not going to cut it. We've got to be better. And this defense on third downs, that's going to kill us. If you love what we're doing offensively, you better pray that this offense continues to stay hot all the way through, red hot. But we know that it's not possible. There's going to be days where there are lulls. There are going to be days that Josh is just off. There's going to be days that the O-line is just not blocking well. This is where the defense is going to have to come in. These turnovers are great. We got 3 turnovers in 3 games. We love those. But what about the games that we don't get turnovers? And you're still allowing these conversions to happen. It's not great. We got to be better in that department. Will we get better? I hope so. We got some guys coming back. That should shore up a little bit in the run game. Tighten up on D. Get that pass rush coming along. But our linebacker play has to be better. Our defensive backfield has to be better. We've got to take better angles. I saw those is one analyst. I don't want to call him an analyst. I think he was a content creator. And he was showing how bad Tua was in making his reads and making his moves. But what I saw was how bad our defense looked. And I'm not going to pick on anybody in particular, but it didn't look good. There was a point, I got to say this, there was a point where Cole Bishop was looking completely in a different direction when you got Waddle doing one of these. Thank goodness, Tua just scrambled for a first down and didn't see him. Had he saw him, that's 6 on the board right there. We've got to be better. Defensively in the backfield, we've got to be better. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. C.J. Gardner-Johnson right now got released by the Texans. Do we? I know he's not. He's got some screws loose up here, but once he sees how it's done in Buffalo, maybe we can tighten the screws up a little bit. Now he can come correct. But as of right now, I don't like how our third down defense is playing. and it's actually it's got me upset. I don't like it. And we let the Dolphins do what they do. So tighten up, demolish the Saints going into this game this week, and then let's roll. But that third down defense got to be better. We got to be better. There's no question about it. We've got to be better. We can't continue to allow these things to permeate, because teams are going to lock in, see where our weaknesses are, which they're supposed to do when they're watching film. So this is where our guys got to tighten up. I wonder what they plan on doing when Max Harrison returns with Trey White. I'm not saying Trey White's playing terrible, because he's not. He's not playing terrible at all. He's playing some good ball. Was he the starter before Max Harrison got hurt? I know it was, and Max Harrison got hurt early, somewhat. But for the most part, I think Trey had it locked down. But we'll see. I mean, you draft the guy in the first round. You don't let that brother sit, right? Do you? That'll be interesting to see what takes place. Super interesting. So there's a few things that the Bills will be doing. I know we're tight on money, so we gotta make some changes here and there. Hopefully, we tighten up. We tighten up and get our business together. So all that being said, I'll say this. My man said, "Yo, Rico, Trey was lined up 10 yards off of everyone." Yo, I've been noticing Trey doing that, but that's been Trey's game. Maybe that's where Kyrie got a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's been Trey's game. Trey does have a moment. He backs up. He's not the same, press corner that we once had when he came out of LSU. We don't have the same Trey. You know what I'm saying? It's a different Trey. We all know that. And I say he's a press corner. He's a good zone corner as well. He's an overall great corner. But he's not the same Trey. It's not the same Trey. We got to understand that. So he's gonna cheat a little bit. He's gonna give you 2-3 yards off just so we can get some momentum going. But that comes with you getting a little older. You got 2 major surgeries. It's gonna make you play a little different. So I'm interested in how the dynamic's gonna work when Harrison does return, because he's got what? We're going into week 4. Week 4 is it, and then now he's gonna be eligible to return. But at this point, he should be absolutely healthy and ready to go. I would assume. I'll talk more with my guy, Mr. Thigh Doc, tomorrow and ask him those questions. Remind me to ask him about that. Anyway, that being said, overall, when I look at what the Bills were able to do and how they were able to scheme this win, because it was you saw it. It was, we're going to take all the stuff underneath. We're going to get our running backs involved. We're going to get our tight ends involved, and we're going to take what they give us. Occasionally, we might take a shot here and there when it really comes down to it. But that too high shell, bro, they didn't want us going deep on these boys. They didn't want us having anything deep. If you're going to beat us, the Miami Dolphins were like, you're going to beat us on the short stuff. Let me tell you, do you know how many times we have witnessed, because I don't want to poo-poo on the dinking and dunking, because we've been at the other end of the receiving end of these dinks and dunks. Lest I remind you of Tom Brady. There's a guy named by the name of Tom Brady. I've seen that brother dink and dunk all the way to a 350-yard game with 3 touchdowns. I've seen it. The deepest pass he'll throw is probably a 15-yarder, maybe 20. And he'll dunk his way and let his athletes do what they do. That's essentially what took place with the Bills and Josh Allen. Yo, Khalil, do what you do. James Cook, do what you do. Shavers, get in there. Do what you do. So sometimes you got to dink and dunk sometimes. And when teams think that's what you will do and what you're about of this dinking and dunking, that's when you hit them with the bow right down the field. That's the beauty of this game, man. We'll look for every mismatch. We'll look for everything that we can exploit. So I'm hoping this game we exploit this franchise, the Saints. I don't know what the heck the Saints are doing. The fact that you skipped out on Shedeur Sanders and you took Tyler Shook, and who's to say Shook might be really, really good? His college tape tells me otherwise, but he might be good. You never know. I think the Saints are going to parade their quarterback out, the same quarterback, and they're going to leave Tyler Shook on the bench because he's probably not ready. And the Bills should do what they need to do. My man Kevin says the Bills aren't beating the Ravens in Baltimore. Well, the only thing I'm going to tell you, sir, I'm sure you're a Baltimore fan. Let's just hope the Baltimore Ravens don't implode and they actually make the playoffs. Let's just hope they do that. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers played them tough all day. I don't know what's taking place with the Cincinnati Bengals. And if they put a competent quarterback at the helm in Cleveland, bro, Cleveland might get you guys next game. Not my problem. You ain't beating the boy. You better just make the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Just make the playoffs. That's all I'm gonna say. Because right now, you and the Chiefs, one of y'all is going 1-3, and that ain't good for business. Well, we can't relate. We cannot relate. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. We shall see. So let me conclude this whole Ravens. Excuse me. You got me talking about Ravens. Let me conclude this whole Bills and Dolphins game. It feels like it was so long ago. You know what I'm saying? Bills look good offensively. They're doing what they need to do. They're putting 30 points up a game. It just seems clockwork. We're gonna give it to you no matter how you see fit. We got decisions to make though. Prater been playing some good football. He's been kicking. I mean, other than that missed field goal, he's been kicking the lights. He's been kicking lights out. When Tyler Bass returns, that will be interesting. Obviously, Tyler Bass is going to return to his rightful spot. But Prater did a damn good job. Good job, Mr. Prater. Good job. I don't know. Do we put you back on the practice squad, or do we just release you outright? That's gonna be weird, right? You've done such a great job for us, but you got to go. But I know he came in, signed in, knowing you're only here for a little bit, and then you got to go, bro. You're not keeping both those guys on the roster. So, Buddy comes back. Prater's the kicker, and Prater's got to go unless they tell us Tyler Bass is done for the year. We're on IR. He's not ready to go back, and Prater's the kicker going forward. I don't know if I like that. I think I want bring back Tyler Bass. Just hope he's ready. Just hope that he's ready. Anyway, let me conclude this Dolphins Bills game. Good job defense for not breaking. Bend but don't break, because there are those 10 for 15. You know what I'm saying? Allowing Tua to do what he does, and he's pitching the ball downfield, and he's finding some guys. It was starting to annoy me a little bit. Defending the run. We were lacking in defending the run. It wasn't good. We got to be better defending the run. We just got to be better defensively, period. Devin Achane looked good. Ollie Gordon, you know what I'm saying? I think he's the back of the future. I think they're going to do something with Devin Achane. I think if the Dolphins continue to roll downhill the way they're doing, they're probably going to start, piecing players away. Hey, Tyreek, you going over here. Achane, you going over here. We're going to see what this young core has, right? What is that Texans quarterback? That's the backup. They might say, "Hey man, Tua, we're shutting you down, bro." I doubt it's gonna happen that way, but you catch my drift. If they continue to lose, some things might be pushed all over the place. We'll see how that all shakes out at the end. So, wrap that up. Good Bills win at home. We continue to be undefeated at home since last year, so that continues. I love to see that. Let's keep that. Let's keep it rolling. Let's absolutely keep it rolling. And we go into next week against the Saints. We'll do a proper pregame on Sunday, and we'll also do a preview of the game on Friday with my Z-Bot. So we won't get too much into that. But nonetheless, love what I saw in that game. And let's get right into it, because I want to get into what you guys thought of this game, number one. And let me get my banners up. We got to get the banners up. Hold on real quick, because we got to get into that's why I got the wrong thing up here. Rico report. There we go. All right. Let us jump into the Spotlight Hero. So going into that game, who was your Spotlight Hero? I'm gonna give you three choices that you can have. And number one, James Cook. I already talked about James Cook. The spotlight was on him, right? He looked good. He was solid. I think that he was our best offensive player in that game. This guy was running hard. It's like he runs stronger. and so smooth. It's effortless. You love to see what James Cook is doing. And when you're paid, when you're newly paid, there's a sense of like, you know what I'm saying, that money feel good. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's going to that bank account every time and it feels good. So let me show him what I'm worth. And he's been doing it. I remember when Ed Oliver got paid, that boy was lights out. He was lights out. When he got paid, he was playing great the year he got paid. And that's what we're getting from James Cook. So keep it up. Love to see it. So my spotlight hero, obviously, James Cook, definitely earned his spot. Over 20 carries, 130 yards. Yo, I'll take that. I'll take that every time. Love to see it, and I'm encouraged to see more of what it is. Who else stood out to you in this game that you guys would be that you say, you know what my spotlight hero is? This guy right here. Who you got? Because I got one more. I want to jump on you. I'm gonna give you guys the third, and I'll see who has something to say. Yo, Kincaid, man. Mr. Dalton Kincaid has been playing some good ball as of late. 5 receptions with the receiving touchdown against the Dolphins. Bro, he's been playing some good ball. The last 3 games, 4 targets against the Baltimore Ravens, 4 receptions for 48 yards and a touchdown. Right? He had 3 first downs that game. Against the Jets, for 4 receptions off of 6 targets. And then the following game, 6 targets, 5 receptions for 66 yards and a touchdown. You see what's happening? You see the theme here? They're getting him more involved. I love it. 16 targets the last 3 games. That's great. Let's keep this up. So my spotlight hero, because I'm starting to see the value that we once saw as a rookie in Kincaid, is starting now. Because he looked great as a rookie. And right now he's on pace. He's doing really well. So let's keep it up right now. 16 targets, 13 receptions, got 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's roll. Let's keep it rolling. I'd love to see this. Let's keep it rolling. So that being said, my spotlight hero, obviously, is going to be Mr. Kincaid. My man GQ Bob says, yo, Jackson Haas, throw Jackson Haas in there. Oh, that's a good choice. That's a great choice. You know what? Let's talk a little about Jackson Haas, because it's been talked about, and I'm so glad that I can bring this up, because too often we were, number 71 is entering the game and he's got to, you know what I mean, check in with the referee and say, hey, I'm here. So just letting you know, it could be a trick play, it could be not. I could go down for a pass. Who knows? I'm checking in. We don't have to do that anymore. Isn't that lovely? We absolutely have an absolute dog in Jackson Haas. Jackson Haas is known to be a terrific blocker. Downfield, you want to block, he's got you. Inline blocking, he's got you. Oh, by the way, the boy can come out and run some routes. He had a huge reception. Huge reception. You know what that is. That set us up for the win. And then he gets another reception, a receiving touchdown from Josh Allen. He's involved in the game. Last year, it was about all 3 running backs getting involved, right? Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, James Cook. We all got involved. Everybody's getting touches. Ray Davis gets into the Jets game. He looked great. Now, it's like all 3 tight ends getting involved? In what world? In this world. And I like it. Jackson Haas, great blocker, solid blocker, and he's a dog. He got put on his ass one time, though. This one time he came out for a leap. Bow! They put him on his ass. Woo! I felt that for him. But that's the name of the game. You're going to get your licks, and then sometimes you're going to get you're going to get yours at the same time. But Jackson Haas, I'll give him one of the spotlights. I'll give Jackson Haas a spotlight. I like that. I like what he's done. And last but not least, I gotta give it to Rob Bernard. Not because he had a terrific game, but he was in the right place, right time, read the eyes of Tua, and just trusted himself. Trusted where he was supposed to be, read his eyes completely, and sealed the game. I would have loved for him to take it to the house. But you also have Tyreek Hill and Waddle and Devin A-Chain on the field. You're not outrunning any of those guys. You're not outrunning any of those guys. But You got to give some love to Bernard because he just seems to be at the right place, right time. Let's not forget the Ed Oliver strip fumble off of Derrick Henry was recovered none other than Bernard. So Bernard just seems to have a knack for where the ball is. And that's you got to love it because as a player, as a defender, you go where the ball is, right? Pursuit of the football, pursuit of the ball carrier. Good things happen to when you go and follow the football. And that's exactly what's happened. He snuffed that one out, read to his eyes, and took it with ease. It was perfect. And watching from the stands and watching this happen was great being live. It was over. And you knew it. The minute he threw that pick, his game is over and done with. Gotta love it. So big time shout out to Jackson Hawes, Terrell Bernard. You know what I'm saying? James Cook, obviously, is going to get the first one. And I feel like I'm missing one more. Dalton Kincaid. Love it. Keep it up. Love to see it. Spotlight hero. Those are my spotlight heroes for the game. Now, I haven't done this a while. So this is where I'm going to need some of your help, right? It's been a minute since I've done it, but we all know we do the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me get my banner away here. So obviously there was a lot of good, and I love getting the interaction from you guys in the chat. So was there anything that I have not touched on that you guys are saying, you know what? You forgot about to talk the good. You got to talk about this part. This part was great. This was good. Talk to me. So we're gonna do just a couple from each one. The good, the bad, the ugly, and then we'll get into you know what. Milk carton alert. Who goes on the milk carton? Does anybody? Do we go a game without putting anybody on the milk carton? We're going to soon find out. So let's talk about it. The good, the bad, the ugly. The good. The offense continues to hum. The offense continues to be the strong point of this team. Josh Allen is great. Josh Allen is doing the things that he needs to do. I'll say this. The importance that Josh Allen puts on not turning the football over. The importance that he puts on making the right throw. Old Josh Allen, if he saw a guy that was 15 to 25 yards deep, bro, I'm taking that. Josh was doing what Lamar's doing currently right now. There was a moment where Josh was like, I ain't throwing that football away. I'm going to make a play, and it might be a turnover, or it's going to be a big play. Right? Remember back in the day when NFL Network was good, when Dion used to talk about, hey, man, if I'm showing you this punt return or kick return, it's either a big play or a boo-boo, right? It's going to be a big play or a boo-boo. That was Josh Allen. Josh Allen was like, it's either going to be a turnover or it's going to be a huge play. Watch me work. Josh Allen's attention to detail, his ability to just, it's not there. I'm throwing it away. You know what I mean? It's not there. Check down. Josh was not a guy that checked down. You can never catch this guy checking the ball down. He was like, check down for what? Boom. I'm going for it. I'm telling you, this guy's a different dude. Them people talking garbage about Josh. This guy's a turnover machine. He don't care about the football. He did that in third. Yo, he's cleaned up his act. The Bills have not turned the ball over this year. Come on, man. Love to see it. Josh Allen's ability to hold on to the football and not turn it over. Primo. Keep that up. That was good. Let me see if I got my man Jeff B says, yo, the good Shakir getting healthy. He's still getting healthy. I like what Shakir's been able to do. I think they're easing him in, right? He's coming off that ankle. Because I mean, listen, just because these guys are back doesn't mean they're at full strength to get going. They're just back enough to be healthy and get going. So it's just going to take some time for him to really get all the strength under his ankle, and we'll start seeing the old Shakir soon. I don't think he's there yet. In my opinion, I don't think he's there yet, but he will be there shortly. It won't take him long, and then we'll start to really see the Shakir that we need to see. All right. Laura, you're absolutely right. Josh is absolutely matured. We're not even going to say mature. He is matured. We're going to say he has matured beyond what we thought that he could. And he's absolutely killing it. Love the fact I said this 3 years ago. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. We'll split it. 2.5 years ago, I said this guy's good enough to be he's good enough to be like Tom Brady. I don't need huge, big time weapons. I'm smart enough with the football. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm not doing the turnovers. I'm gonna put my team in the best position to win, and that's what Josh has been able to do. And hopefully, this is the year that we put it all together, and he takes us to where we need to go. But it takes all 22. Takes all 22. Absolutely. Signified notes, except when Lamar does it now, his dudes are hilariously wide open. Josh was doing it in tight windows. That's why they were always dumb decisions. I know. I was actually getting pissed off, to be honest with you, with the amount of times Lamar drops back and you got Bateman wide open. How? How is he wide open? It's crazy. I'm not even going to get into it. All right. So the good, we talked about Josh's ability to not turn the ball over. Love that. Keep it up. Let's keep it rolling. Let me see what else you guys got for good before I move on to the bad. Let me see what we got. All right, I don't really see much else. All right, let's go to the bad. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's go to the bad. Did anything stand out to you that was bad? Other than what I think, I think what I spoke on was more on the ugly side. So I'm gonna leave it at bad. What was bad to you guys in this previous game against the Dolphins? Did anything stand out to you? You're like, oh, I don't like that, man. That's bad. I don't like this. Richie, third down defense. I guess you can call that bad. We won't put it in the ugly. So third down defense, I think we talked about at length. I mean, you could put it ugly, you could put it bad. Either way, they can go either side. To me personally, I think it's ugly. 10 for 15 to the Dolphins? No, not at all. Right? Ooh, Dorothy, I like that. Missed tackles. There were several missed tackles. Several. Ollie Gordon. Dorothy, thank you for that. Ollie Gordon took one up the middle. And I think it was either Joey Bosa or Greg Rousseau. Somebody was right at his legs. Or was it Deion Walker? Deion Walker was right at his legs and bounced off of that, brother. Ollie Gordon, if the Dolphins can hear me, start giving the ball to Ollie Gordon. This guy is nice. He's nice like that. So give a shout out to Ollie Gordon for you, man. Good shoot. Special teams. Interesting. I like that you put that because they allowed that big run at the beginning of the game to give these guys great field position to really score on their first drive. I was like, what? The Dolphins scoring on the first drive? Get out of here with that. They did. Great field position. So they were able to get into field position and do what they need to do. A great return. So we can tighten up on special teams. It was a little better. That missed field goal, didn't like that too much for my guy, Mr. Prater. But yeah, I guess you can put that in the bad. I mean, I'll put it as I didn't like that, but I'll give that to you. I'll put it in the bad. I'll put it in the bad for you. The missed field goal. Yep, we talked about the missed field goal, the bad. Yeah, we allowed these guys to get a lot of yak. The Dolphins were catching and going, and we were just too much, man. Like 10 for 15, like allowing these guys to do what they wanted. I didn't feel great about that. I really didn't. We definitely gonna have to, get our act together and really, get our. I've said this before. Say it again. Get our act together, man. Allowing A-Chain and these guys, they ran for 100. Here's another one. are defending the run. We're not playing ball. Check this out. Excuse me. The Miami Dolphins ran for 130 yards on Thursday. 130 yards. Like we got to be better. We got to be better. We got to be better in that department. And you're allowing these guys to run for 130 yards. The Ravens. We played the Ravens. The Ravens, what they hit is what? For 185 yards, 238 yards rushing we gave up to them. Obviously, 169 of that went to Derrick Henry. And then 70 of that went to freaking Lamar. I'm not going to rehash that game. We won that game. But still, 238 yards, 8 yards a pop. Fam, what are we doing? What the heck are we doing? So that's the bad. We're still not defending the run. It still seems to be a freaking problem. We put so much money into this defense. We drafted damn near the whole freaking the whole draft class was defensive players, and we're still giving up 238 yards rushing to the freaking Ravens. And then we take on the freaking Jets. Excuse me. And you got The Jets running for 220, they ran for 100 yards on us. A better output, much better output. 49 of those yards went to Justin Fields, so we did a much better job. Breece Hall, 29 yards. Tyrod Taylor put up another 21, garbage. Some garbage time. We did better. And then we gave up 131 yards to the freaking Dolphins. Man, we got to be better. We got to tighten up. Alvin Kamara has not been able to rush well this year. So we're going to give up a whole lot to Alvin Kamara? Nah, I ain't trying to have that. I'm certainly not trying to have that. We need to bottle up Kamara. And Kamara's only got 186 yards rushing total this year. Bro, we got to bring that brother down. We can't let him do what he wants to do. No dice. The Arizona Cardinals held him to 45 yards. The San Francisco 49ers held him to just under 100 yards. He had 99 yards rushing. And then Seattle held him 18 carries for 42 yards, 2.3 yards a pop. Bro, we can't let Kamara come in and say, you know what, I've been playing a crummy. I'm going to get my game up. They're going to look at us and say, yo, the Bills kind of look sweet. Derrick Henry put 230. You know what I'm saying? The Dolphins put 130. Yo, we can run on this ball. We can get this. Now, we can't give them an inch to even think about that type of stuff. That's real talk. Anyway, the good, the bad, the ugly. I like that. I'm going to put that rush defense. Let's go to the ugly. What was ugly in this game? Talk to me, people. We talked about the good. We talked about the bad. Talk to me. What's ugly? What was like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's ugly. Anybody anything stand out? Was there anything that was ugly? Well, I'll talk about it. That third down defense to me was ugly. If we want to be a respected defense, we got to get these guys off the field. They have to be less than 50%. Less than 40%, you're doing great. But this over, what, 10 out of 15, what is that, 70%? Bro, we can't do that. Might be even higher than that. We can't do that. Let me give you a stat real quick based on third down defense. I wrote it down real quick in my phone, my notes. Check this out with the Bills defense, right? So right now, they're giving up 45% of opponents' third down tries this season. 45%. Okay. That's about fifth worst in that metric, according to StatMuse. Last year, just to kind of give you an idea of what this Bills on third downs was giving up. Last season, we allowed a conversion rate of 44.54%, which was third worst in the NFL. Dude, you can't win games consistently this way if your defense is going to allow these guys to do what they do. Third worst? Come on, we got to be better than that. We got to be better. We can't continue to play this little game. We're not doing as bad right now, but we're only 3 weeks into the season. We got to be better. Absolutely got to be better. And by the way, my man said yards after contact led Robster. You ain't lying. Wrap up. Wrap these suckers up, man. We can't let these guys just bounce off of us and go for 60. Come on, fam. Derrick Henry. Did you see what the Lions did to Derrick Henry? Did you guys notice how Derrick Henry had no lanes? There were no lanes for Derrick Henry to take off. These guys took away that off tackle because Derrick Henry's got that. They've got that thing down. I don't know what Kelvin Shepard did or what he told that Lions defense, but they bottled up Derrick Henry. Not only did they bottle him up, but Aiden Hutchinson was an absolute monster yesterday. Absolute monster. Unbelievable. 7 sacks. Whew. Nasty work. All right. Last segment of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Milk carton alert. Who's on the milk carton? It doesn't have to be anybody. It could be, nobody really deserves to be on the milk carton, but don't let me mention you. I know people are saying Groot because I was watching the game from the stands. It's so hard to see. You know what I'm saying? So hard to see. You know what I mean? The details. You can pay attention to specific players to see how they do. But I'm not going to put Groot on there because Groot, I saw it on Twitter somewhere. He had 6 pressures. 6 pressures. So although he did not get to Tua Tagovailoa, but he was pressuring. He pressured that man 6 times. So I'm not going to really put him on the milk carton. But I see that you want to put him as a candidate. Ooh, I see somebody put Ray Davis on there. Golly. Huh. Okay. Nah, I'm not gonna let somebody put Richie Shavers. Don't put Shavers on there. You can't. He's receiver 4-5. He's receiver 4-5, bro. You can't. Don't do that to him. I'm not putting Shavers on there. Oh, you know what? I think this person deserves to be on the milk carton. It's gonna pay me to do this, but I don't play favorites. It is what it is. Ray Davis. Ray Davis, milk carton alert. Where you at? Let me tell you why I'm putting my man on the milk carton alert. Okay. He's a milk carton candidate. It's what it is. You went from being planted as the number 2 RB. Ty Johnson was clearly the number 3 running back all last year. And some folks might say you earned your place as the number 2 running back. You had a fantastic opportunity to really plant yourself as RB2 when James Cook was playing this, I'll show up, I won't show out. I'll show up, I won't. He was hopscotch. He was double dutch. He was in and out, in and out, in and out. This was your opportunity to say, let me preseason, let me show him a little something. Let me give them a reason to say that's why we drafted that brother. He's doing well. Ray Davis, I love you, bro. But you on that because right now, I would assume you are RB3 now. You are RB3. Ty Johnson has taken over as RB2. I want to see you off the milk carton. As of right now, brother, I got to put you on. Because Ty Johnson, no joke. That boy can play. But we didn't draft you to be RB3. We drafted you to, take over. I want you to be the bruiser. When we need the tough yards, you need to get in there. Now, granted, the Ravens game is a tough one to be in. The Jets have a good front. But I don't want to make excuses for you, bro. That's just what it is, man. Ray Davis, you on the milk carton? No, I'm tear up, bro. That's my guy. But you got to be on there. You got to be on there. Now, I see people saying, hey, man, put Palmer on there, too. I ain't going to put Palmer on there. Because Palmer showed us, what he's capable of doing in the first game. And there's just the chemistry's just not there yet with him and Josh. It's clear. It's not there. It's not there yet, right? That was a great, huge throw by Josh Allen to him, to really pretty much seal the game against the Ravens. But we haven't really seen a whole lot. And by the way, Led Robson's like, Allen's the RB3. What you talking about? Yo, you ain't lying. So Ray Davis might be RB4. I'm just saying, Ray Davis, I don't want to put you on there, but I might. But I'm not going to put Josh Palmer on there. But I am paying attention to Josh Palmer because I'd like to see more. We paid him as a big-time free agent early enough that I should see him more involved in the offense. But as of right now, this has all been, hey, you eat when you can eat. I'll give it to you when it's time to be your turn to eat. It wasn't your turn. It was Kincaid's turn. First game was Keon's turn. You got to eat too. So we'll see how this all plays out, right? It's all circumstances. How far up are we? Then we're just going to, if we're putting up 30 points, shoot, we're going to have to run the football. So we might not get you opportunities enough. We'll see. But Ray Davis, you, sir, milk carton candidate. Yep. I'm sorry. You're on the milk carton, bro. Where you at? Where you at, man? I need you to be, when James Cook needs to spell, he needs to take a breather because he's running the heck of that football. You need to come in and spell him correctly. All this juking and jiving and hesitation, you're guessing too much. I was watching film from you last year, bro. One cut, go. Now, all this, bro, cut it out, man. One cut, get going. The O-line's still the same. Oh, we got a new O-line. No. O-line's still the same. Scheme still the same. Come on now. I'm just saying. Milk carton candidate. I guess it has to go to my guy, Ray Davis. It pains me, but it's just what it is. It's just what it is. All right, folks. Before I get out of here, Thursday Night Football is coming up. Did you guys see who's playing? Did we see who's playing? Hold on, let me get my banner up because we got to get into what's going on. If you guys have not gone ahead and downloaded the Sleeper app, go ahead and download the Sleeper app. How's your fantasy doing, by the way, folks? All these injuries are killing me. Are they killing you? I have CeeDee Lamb in one of my weeks. He's out. I had in one of my leagues, I had Commanders quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He gone. I don't know if he's coming back. I had to put Bryce Young in. He didn't do enough for me. Although the Panthers won 30-0, he didn't put enough points on for me. Golly, man, it's killing me. Killing me, Petey. You're killing me. So I hope your fantasy team is 3-0. If you're 0-3, you're done. You're cooked. You cannot be 0-3 at this point because there's no catching up. There's no catching up right now. Josh Allen killing me my second game. Third game, a lot better. Hope he continues. I got 3 leagues. I don't normally do 3 leagues. I usually do 2, but nonetheless, that's what it is. So, folks, if you haven't downloaded the app, go ahead and download the Sleeper app. Here's what's beautiful about the Sleeper app. It's one of the biggest apps right now that's out there in terms of you want to get your picks in, you want to get live updates on players, you want to get in the chat to find out, okay, what are they saying about Alvin Kamara going against the Bills? Is he going to be playing? Is he going to be playing well? What are they saying? Should we drop him? Should we pick him up? How is he going to perform? Well, I don't got to tell you anymore. Go and get it now. Go download that app. It's great. Get a $100 deposit and it will match it. $100. Use the code BF25. BF25. It's gonna be a great time. So let's take a look, folks. Let me switch things up, and share my screen real quick, just so we're on it. I got my all things screwed up here. Give me a second here. I hate when that does it, right? Doesn't it annoy? It won't annoy you. It'll annoy me. All right, let's see. Let's see if we get this right. Oh, you know why? Because your boy didn't have it properly. There we go. All right, let's share the screen up here. All right, folks, let's take a look at what we're looking at for for next week, this Thursday coming up. So you got the Thursday game. So we got an easy free pick with Kyler Murray, obviously, to throw over. So that's a free pick. I ain't gonna really touch on that. If I can take a free pick, I'll take the free pick. It's that simple. All right. So give me that Kyler Murray. Give me the more. Marvin Harrison Jr. Buddy, is it too soon to say BUST? Is it too soon? Is it? I know people are, me college ball players are like, hey, man, Ohio State, that boy's he was nice. Bro, he hasn't done diddly squat. He didn't do a whole lot last year. I don't care if he's a rookie or not. You 6'4", you run a 4.3. Why aren't you able to convert with Kyler Murray that's got, as little as he is, he's got a cannon for an arm? Baseball player. Like, how are you not delivering in Arizona? Jeez. That being said, Marvin Harrison, 46.5. That's what they're saying, 46.5 yards. What a disrespect. And guess what? I took less because you have not shown me anything and have not shown anybody that's drafted you in fantasy that you're capable of showing me. So guess what? I'm going less. Kenneth Walker. Anytime touchdown, you best believe it. You best believe it. Give me that more. Give me that more. And then last but not least, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's playing lights out right now. He's playing good ball. 150 yards. That's a gimme. More. So, folks, that's how I'm going to have it. Kyler Murray, more. Marvin Harrison with receiving yards, less. That guy is just, he's not doing it. One more year of this nonsense, he continues that, the Bills better start, making some campaigning to trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. because clearly he ain't doing it out there. So maybe we can revive his career. Mac Hollins came over and became a big-time name here in Buffalo. Now he's doing big things in New England. Maybe Marvin Harrison Jr. just needs a new scene. So maybe we'll bring him over to Buffalo. I don't know. But right now, buddy, whoever drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., shame on you. I didn't even touch that with a 10-foot pole. Not even close. Kenneth Walker, always good. I've always loved Kenneth Walker as a fantasy player. So give me the more for sure. And obviously Sam Darnold. That's a wrap. So if you have not made your picks, go ahead and touch on that. Remember, don't forget, use the code BF25. BF25 is what you want to use. Get up to 100 and we'll match up to 100. BF code BF25. That's what you got to use. So go ahead and do that for me. So that being said, folks, as we get out of here, let me get to my front page here and move on out. Okay. As we get into the tail end of the show, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Obviously, it's all love. And I feel like I need to get, I feel like I'm not saying something. Oh, I got a couple stories. I got a couple stories before I get out of here because I think that's super hilarious. Let me get some of my comments here. My man Walter, what up, Walt? Palmer is making too much for 5 yards. Give him some time. And I get it. I'm with you because I was questioning why we're not using Palmer. Like, I need to see him more active with the Bills. I just don't see him active enough. So I'm with you. I'm with you right now. And I don't blame people saying, yo, man, he gonna be close to being putting on that carton. You better chill. You better show me some. So we'll see how it all plays out. Curtis Samuel, I know you guys want to put him on that list, but I mean, shoot, it's been like that since week 1, and I can't see it changing anytime soon. So we'll see how that all shakes out at the end of the day. Walter says, yo, anybody that still feels down on Keon, just look up how Marvin Harrison Jr. Yeah, I know, dude, there's a lot of receivers out there that if you go look them up on how they're doing, they ain't doing diddly squat for them. They ain't doing diddly squat. Malik Neighbors had a great game and then went down. The Giants, the Giants, on the other hand, made a change. We're going to talk about some stuff around the league in just a moment. But let me go down here and read some of the comments before we get out of here. But yeah, a couple stories I want to tell you guys before we left. 2 funny stories. So Kevin and I, we go to Carbone's, right? What was the place where there's for those that are living in Buffalo, there's 2 Carbones, I think. There's one on, I think the street was called Loyalty Ave. One's on Loyalty and the other one's wherever it is. We went to the one on Loyalty or Loyal. Is it Loyal? I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we go to Carbone's, right? And if you guys know that area is more for folks that if I drop the $20 bill, they ain't tapping my shoulder and say, excuse me, sir, drop this. If that $20 bill, Lovejoy, I said Loyal, and it was Lovejoy. So that $20 bill is gone. Just to kind of give you an idea of the type of area that Carbones is. Not because, yo, give me your stuff. It's more like there's some people in need in that area. So if I drop the 50, I ain't getting that 50 back. All right. So we're in that area. And so obviously we're foreigners, we're Canadians. So, and we're about to get a bite to eat, and then we're about to hit the border. So Kevin's like, yo, we shouldn't just like leave our stuff in the whip like that. Let's put stuff in the back. I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's put our stuff in the back so that way people don't get, don't get antsy and say, hey, I see what I like. So let's put some stuff in the back. And he goes, oh, wait a minute. Let's take our passports as well. Because just in case, you don't want to, if something does happen, our car gets stolen or whatever the case is, or somebody breaks it, we don't want our passports getting stuck at that. Just take our passports with us too. Yeah, go call. We put our passports away and away we go. So meanwhile, we're having the pizza, we're having a good old time, and we're walking back to the whip. And I'm like, hell no. I look over, the back door is open. The back passenger side door is open. I was like, ain't that ain't no way it happened. So I'm like, Kev, did you close your door? And here's the killer part. Kev's like, we're walking away from the door. He's like, yo, make sure you lock the door so we're good. So I was like, oh yeah, my bad. Beep, beep. But I didn't hear it chime. So I was like, oh, that's weird. That's probably one of those cars that just don't chime. So maybe the light just goes off. So I was like, whatever. We walk away. We come back. Freaking back door's open. I was like, oh, hell no. So I'm like, good on Kev that he told us, you want to take your passport just in case. I was like, hold on. Did you close the door? He's like, he didn't shut the door. This brother's telling me lock the door, doing all this stuff, but he never shut the door. What are you inviting people to just come take our? That gave me such a good laugh. I was like, Kev, remind me to just monitor your ass before we do anything. Yo, did you lock the door? Let me go double check if you locked that door. Because this brother left the whole damn door open. I was like, you got to be tripping, man. Golly. So story number 1, I had to get that off my chest because I thought that was hilarious. So we're headed back to cross the border. So we chilling, we're headed back across the border and we're waiting, to get to. So we get to our part. We get to like right to the spot where you're supposed to wait until they wave you in. At this point, it's changing of the guards. So I guess it's shift change. So lady's walking in and she's about to, debrief with whoever she was talking to. And you know how that works. And then switch it up. So as she's walking to her booth, I suppose, she gives me one of these, one like this. So when someone does this, that means, come on. So I'm thinking, oh, she's just saying, yo, as I debrief, it shouldn't take long. By the time you roll up, I should be done debriefing real quick. You'll be right there. Boy, was I wrong. So she went like this. I don't think this meant to come here. I don't know what the heck she was doing, but I interpreted that as come here, come hither. So she turns around and gives me one of these, a dirty look. Just, I told you to stop. I was like, where does this and this look the same? They don't. Anyway, so as I'm sitting here waiting to for her to call me through, she calls me through. She starts asking all the questions, right? And the females are always the toughest. I don't know why. The dudes are always so chill. Hey, where you going today? Buffalo. What for? A Bills game. Oh, that's cool. Where you guys staying? Over here. What do you got? How many days are you guys staying? Oh, we're games tomorrow. We're leaving on Friday. All right, cool, man. You guys have a good day. Gone. This one, pepper me with all these questions, left, right, center, boom, boom, boom. So finally she goes, hey, did you guys have any drinks at all? Did you guys drink? I was like, no, we didn't drink at all. All right. Or sorry, did you guys bring any alcohol back? No, we did not. Did you have any cannabis? I was like, no, we don't smoke. I don't smoke. Kev doesn't smoke either. And she goes, oh, it's funny because we kind of smelt a hint of it from your vehicle. I said, that's how they piss people off by doing stuff like this. Smelt a hint of it. Meanwhile, when she was changing of the guards, she walked by 3 or 4 cars before she got to her booth, before she got to me. So how you gonna tell me that you smelt that? Whoa, we smelt a hint of it in your vehicle. Get the heck out of here, bro. I was like, bet, no, you didn't. You must have smelt this somewhere else, but it certainly wasn't from this car because we don't do any of that stuff. So I sit there waiting for it. Next question. I'm waiting for this question. She's peppering with questions. All right. So where do you guys live? I was like, well, I live in one province. He lives in another. And we're about to catch our flight. Right? Nothing to hide. We just came from a Bills game, man. If you're intact and you know what's going on, you know that Bills play every week. If you're a sports fan, you probably knew they did. And if you see a lot of Canadians coming back and forth, I have my Bills cap on. Come on, fam. Anyway, finally, I'm like, so are we good to go? And she goes, yeah, you guys have a good day. Golly, I'm telling you right now, smell the hint of marijuana. Bro, I've never smoked. Sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut. Meanwhile, Kevin's kind of, I wouldn't say he's sweating, but he's asking me the questions and he's answering at the same time. So we're both answering. Bro, if you don't relax yourself, I thought it was funny. But that part of me was heated a little bit because she was peppering all these questions. I'm answering without a hint of hesitation. Everything is on par. You can smell the hint of marijuana. Girl, if you don't get out of here with that nonsense. But anyway, welcome to Buffalo. I don't want to say welcome to Buffalo. That's not true because Buffalo's been great. But then you have such a great weekend and you have that nonsense that takes over. Thank goodness I don't let that stuff kind of get to me, so it's not a big deal. But nonetheless, super annoying. Super annoying. Yo, hey, where'd you guys come from? Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did you guys have a good time? Yes. Did you guys have any alcohol? We probably drank a little bit, had a shot. Did you guys bring anything back? No. Any cannabis? No. Have a good day. Let's go. You know, there's some people that you have to be, you grill the people you need to grill. Well, you see 2 upstanding citizens here. Let us go. Let us go. Oh, man. Was this the Canadian beta? You know what? I don't know because I'm leaving Buffalo. So I assume these are the Buffalo people. I couldn't tell you. I don't know whether they're Canadian or the I don't know. I couldn't tell you. George Bailey says, yo, they stop me every single time I cross the border because I was born in Jamaica. Last time I came through, they even x-rayed my food. Yo, it's too much. It's too much. And I get it. In this day and age, everybody's trying to bring something in, something out. There's all this trafficking that's happening. Trust me, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? And you can't take anybody's word for it because some of the sweetest people are the ones smuggling some craziness. But I mean, come on, man. Like, I'll give you all the answers, man. Just chill out. Chill out, lady. Just chill out. That's all I had to say. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have had stories upon stories of that type of stuff happening, but it is what it is. Anyway, that being said, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. We're going to get back to it on Friday. I'm actually looking forward to diving into really what the Saints are all about. I mean, where do they rank in the league? What are they doing? What are they doing well? What are they not doing well? As of right now, I think they're not doing anything well. Defensively, they're not doing well. Offensively, they're not doing well. Quarterback, coaching, everything's just a mess out there. So we should be able to walk in. We should actually host them, beat them down, and send them packing. And let's have a great Sunday after that. So we'll go from there. And that's what it is. It's the wife's birthday on the 25th, and I'm gonna be real with you. She doesn't know this, but I don't know what to get this lady. I really don't know what to get her. So if you guys have any ideas, hit me up on Twitter. Like, yo, you should do this. You should do that. Like, what do you get someone that pretty much has all the things that she needs? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Get her jewelry. She's not a jewelry girl. You know what I mean? So she's going to a cottage with the girls, but man, I gotta figure something out. I gotta figure something out, people. Anyway, folks, that is my time. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I gotta get out of here. I got work in the morning. You guys have work in the morning as well. By the way, again, great meeting a whole lot of you guys. You guys were nothing but fantastic people out in Buffalo. I mean, there's a reason why I love coming out to Buffalo. And the next time I do come out to Buffalo, I'm absolutely going to be bringing Jenna with me, and I think she's going to enjoy her time as we get out there, and it's going to be fun times, man. So this has been great. It's always a good time hanging out with you guys on I guess a long stay, because the game was on Thursday. We're now Tuesday. It's not fresh enough, but we tried to make it as fresh as we could, and here we are. So that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll catch you guys on the flip, man. So be good, and let's get out of here. Let me pop this volume up real quick so I can get it. And I'm out of here. Peace. Let's go.